thank you so much for being here today. This is the first edition of Get on the Bus. We're sitting here with Grahame, Lesh, and Elliott, Peck here of Midnight North. We're really excited to have a couple minutes with y'all.
Yeah.
But let's just start, y'all being a West Coast band, I know you're still kind of digging your roots in here in the East Coast. So for our viewers, there are a lot of East Coast viewers, why don't you tell us a little bit about how y'all became a band? I know back in 2011, why don't you tell your side, and I'd love to hear how you came on, because it always just says that you got brought on. And I'm like, well, I'd like to hear how that happened.
You do all your research. Yeah, we were kind of all just in other bands, and you know, a member joins one old band here, and then you know, a few of the rest of us start jamming, and then yeah, it just sort of happened. Connor, our bass player, was joining a band that I was in before. That ended, and then we started jamming on some of my tunes, and met Elliott, and she brought her. And
how did you meet everybody?
And
I don't know. He just, you know, they were practicing at my house, so I was like, hey, I wrote some harmonies for your tunes, and I got some tunes, and yeah, we just started jamming together. It was
basically
fun.
I had 5 songs, you had like 5 or 6 songs, and that became this.
Yeah, and then we added Alex
cool.
Jordan, our keyboard player, who sings the third harmony, and so that kind of just, you know, rounded out the sound and allowed us to do like a lot of different things, you know, right, for the purpose of more singing, you know, and having those 3-part harmonies, which I feel like kind of makes us stand out a little bit than other bands. And we also get to cover a lot of cool Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young stuff.
Yeah, because you got the harmonies.
Because we got the harmonies down. So
yeah, absolutely, you got the chops for it. So how did you guys come up with the name Midnight North?
You know, there's like we have an image with the clock and the compass kind of overlapped and facing north, and
north on a compass and midnight on a clock point the same way.
The same way.
Yeah.
So there was something there, you know.
Something about that, right?
Absolutely.
Float off the tongue.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I say that coming up with a band name is like one of my least favorite parts of being in a band. So it's good to have one, and then like,
stick
all right.
with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could have kind of guessed that since you went under Grahame, Lesh, and Friends.
Yeah, we're just like,
I don't know. You're just like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try. So y'all have been. Are y'all still the house band at Terrapin?
We're one of a few.
One of a few.
Yeah.
But for a while, y'all were playing pretty much every week, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did it affect y'all as a band having that like weekly gig? You know, like a lot of bands, you're on the road, then you're off the road, then you're on the road, then you're off the road. But every single week, you guys had to show up. How did that affect y'all as a band?
It was our growing space, you know. Like we grew up with Terrapin Crossroads, like hand in hand. We started playing gigs like within a month of Terrapin officially opening. So yeah, we just sort of were able to use it as, I mean, we don't like to rehearse on stage, but it's a great way to try out new material, because it's a lot of the same folks all the time, and just take chances, and it just, I don't know, I think the easiest way to grow as a band is just to get in front of people, and that gave us the opportunity to do that. So
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Elliott, if you don't mind. Let's talk about for the first one. This is Elliott's brand new album, and it is. I guess you released it a few months ago now.
Yeah, October.
October. So it's still pretty stinking new.
Yeah.
So I've actually listened through the entire album.
Oh, cool.
I've really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
It's really good. A lot of your album comes out even a little more poetic. Y'all's, especially with this last album that y'all have, Under the Lights, it's very much like a road album. A lot of it's very straightforward, writing wise, but this is very much more poetic, a little more abstract. Can you tell me about your writing process, and is it different for your personal songs than it is for your songs for Midnight North?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think, you know, having the opportunity to do this project was like, you know, just laid out a set of songs that I needed to craft or rework and make into this record. So yeah, it gave me a little more freedom to kind of, you know, do it however I wanted to, and so that was cool. But yeah, I don't know. I think, you know, we all kind of write like our own. We start with our own ideas and seeds and then kind of grow them. And then come together and you know, try to see what works and what doesn't. But for this, you know, I didn't really have that opportunity to like try it out with a band first. We kind of just went into the studio with Carl Derfler, the producer on that, who was amazing. And in the studio did a lot of, you know, like working of the songs, working out arrangements and things like that. So it was a totally different process than what I'm used to.
But you said it was the best studio experience you've ever had, right?
It was amazing. I mean, I just learned so much because I'm working with a guy who's, you know, worked for Interscope Records for years, and you know, just his wealth of experience and the musicians that he brought in were, you know, just people that I really just tried to learn as much as I could while I was there. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite cut from the album?
Well, we're gonna play one tonight called "Good for You," I guess.
Called "Good for You," I guess. All right.
It's a good one. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. I really appreciate you guys being here, but I just want to ask a couple like quick kind of fun questions here. What were you guys listening to in the van when you pulled in here tonight?
Well,
I think
Alex
Jordan
was
had some
driving,
weird jazz
and he
on.
was listening to the Eagles.
He had the Eagles, and then he went to
on.
like some like really weird out there jam, and then he started
abstract
speeding
jazz.
a little too much for my liking. I guess it's the jazz that does it. I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
But in the van, it's usually everyone's got their headphones on doing their own thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm listening to Charles Bradley. He just put out his album, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
I've been just diving into that. It's been good stuff. So
Absolutely.
that's what I'm on right now.
I don't think I was listening to anything on this drive, but I've been studying up for Elliott's release show. I don't know.
Brandy, our friend Brandy.
Brandy, yeah.
Brandy Carlisle.
Brandy
A lot
Carlisle.
in our band.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
we
of
like
which,
those.
you guys have probably jammed with Brandy. Who's y'all's favorite person to jam with Terrapin?
We haven't with Brandy. That would be amazing.
She's on our
That
list.
would have been a good. You
That'd
asked
been
me
a
that
good one,
question
yeah.
for the other one, and
So
I
Brandy,
think I said David
Brandy,
Gillian.
and Susie and Derek
and Susan
Yeah.
and Gillian and David.
Yeah, they're all on the
Gillian and
list.
David. That's kind of the big list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kind of the big
that'd
list
be
there.
cool.
But you know, you never know who's gonna come through Terrapin. It's it's an open door of amazing musicians. We're so lucky to get to play with those folks.
Yeah, we've had a lot of cool
good
experiences
guests,
for sure.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. Once again, this has been the first edition of Get on the Bus, and we are so happy once again to have had Elliott, Peck, and Grahame Lesh here with us. They're with Midnight North, and if y'all missed it tonight, I'm really sorry, but next time they come through town, I'd make sure you get out and see them. So thank you guys again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much.